Hello there and welcome along to Deadline Day. This is the Ruesha and Shebahn show. Please like, please subscribe, and cheers. That's a fucking massive glass of wine for Deadline Day. What you having? Green tea?
I'm having a green tea.
Cheers, Cass. Why the fuck are you in your pyjamas?
In fairness, I'm in my pyjamas because it's 9:30 at night and I've had to leave my house. So basically I thought, right, what I'll do is I'll get showered, get sorted. I can just go home, just need to brush my teeth and get into bed.
Yeah.
I obviously don't wear jammies to bed either. So I feel like I'm actually dressed leaving the house.
They're nice pyjamas. Where'd you get them from?
Jade's stepmom got me them for my Christmas.
Nice nice quality. Wait a minute. Jade's stepmom got you a present? Your own mum doesn't get you a present?
I know.
That's nice,
That's why I was giving it to Jade. I was like, I don't need to do presents and that. And she was like, no, you have to. That's what we do. But I hadn't got any because we were away. We weren't even up. We went up to Sheffield.
What did you get them?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. So we'll need to take them all out for dinner at some point.
No,
we'll do it.
You can't say that in February.
We weren't about during Christmas. I literally just went up the road. And the only reason we've got this stuff is I think because did she bring it down after the visit? I can't remember. So, but I was like, tell them not to, and she kind of nailed it in half me. She's like, you can't do that. It's Christmas and that's what we do.
Let me check the label and then I'll decide. The Primark, so you're going to be right. Probably a re-gift.
But they are nice. I unpackaged them.
They're nice feeling.
Yeah,
to them.
I quite actually like wearing them in the house.
Well, I went and got a lounge pair of trousers the other day and I've not been out of them. These aren't them. These are my fat leggings, but I haven't been out of them. They're so comfortable. They were from M&S. M&S, that's the best clothes.
My nanny used to say that when she was alive.
Right, listen, in the comments, by the way, hi to everyone watching. There's so many of you tonight. You must all be waiting for us for something exciting to happen on Deadline Day transfer. Absolutely nothing happening just now, but here in the comments, Birthday fan, Cass, come here, Cass, come here. Yes, fine. Hacker, Caps, best signing of the window, Chloe, 9:30 on a school night, are you kidding? Because the window shuts at 11, we thought best to jump on at 9:30 and work up to 11, but guys, I think
your madness was
the Arsenal GM's taking a holiday probably. She's like, I'm out here, I've got 9 players up in the summer and I'm not working tonight. But I thought and I hoped maybe with something happen there. You know, Chloe Kelly was a year ago today.
That's right. And what hour did that go down to?
The last hour.
Was it?
That was like 10:30 that news broke.
Right.
And we'd come off air at 10. And this year, I mean, it doesn't seem like anything's happening.
You were hopeful of a bit of drama, weren't you? You were hopeful that...
I think we deserve it. I think we deserve the drama. We put in a lot of time and love and effort. Everyone here in the comments looking for something to happen. And no one's giving anything. Even Chelsea. I'm looking at their player list that's up.
What the hell? Is Jade on my...
No, that's me, Cass, and you calm down.
I'll shut myself there.
Sarah Cuthbert's got her PJs on. Alan Smith. Ruesha lost the Saint and Greavesy set with Lucy, but got the suits in the picture with Shebahn and the PJs. Everyone's in their PJs, so good. You're doing no harm.
I'm not alone.
Good to have everyone with us. Get in the comments. What do you think's been the signing of this window? I mean, I'd be lying if I even knew one of them off the top of my head that's really sold
There's
me.
There's been some interesting ones, but I think we'll get to Soccer Donna to see her thoughts on that. There's been like
Soccer Donna's coming on in half an hour.
Throughout the window, there's been some decent moves. I just, where my heart hurts right now, it doesn't hurt. My heart doesn't hurt. But I want to see the women's game become like the guys' game on transfer deadline days where there's just mad random shit happening left, right and centre. I want to see the players at Chelsea and the players at Arsenal that are out of contract going, get me to fuck out of here. I don't want to be here any longer. I don't want to be just sitting wasting away when you're getting rid of me at summer. I know other teams will be going, well, we won't buy them. We'll get them on a free at summer. But I'm just like, just for the drama. And they're going to strengthen teams. So I'm like, just make it happen. Make it exciting.
To be fair, now I am very much so looking forward to the summer window. But whether it'll go down to deadline day, I doubt it. I think there'll be a number of players sorted out over the months. But I mean, just looking at that Arsenal list just now, and I know we talk about Arsenal a lot, but they're the gift. You know, they're the best. They've got the biggest fan base.
They're the Champions Cup winners.
They're the Champions Cup winners. Stop being shady. You're a shady MF.
People were coming for me at that. Sorry, I'm just enjoying my goo. It's absolutely banging, by the way.
You're welcome.
People have been like, I'm obsessed and I'm so bitter, blah, blah, blah. whatever. I'm just more like, I just don't get it. And by the way, do you know I said a Saudi team were in it? Because they were called...
That's fair. She said Saudi.
It just in my head was pure Saudi. It sounded like a Saudi team. So I'm like, Saudi, thinking, well, they've obviously brought the money in, man. They've paid to get in the tournament, but it turns out it was a Moroccan team. My bad. Sorry to anyone that's been offended by that. But I'm like, fuck off, still. Like, four teams? And we're dishing out, why are we dishing out that cash money for that competition? Why isn't it going to the tournament that you dream of when you're a kid, the massive tournaments you want to be involved in, i.e. Champions League, i.e. World Cup, i.e. Euros? Do you know what I mean? They kind of tournaments are the big tournaments. You would have we get this wee stupid gimpy little trophy show.
You can't say gimpy.
It's a stupid tournament.
I forgot to tell you that we are live, so don't get cancelled tonight.
It's not a bad word.
No.
Not in how I use it.
Listen, you've not offended me. I just forgot to remind Ruesha we're live tonight.
God, if anyone who's watching this decides to start phoning up my place of work, do me a favour, man. My contract's up in 4 months. Just let's all ride this out easy.
No, this is good vibes tonight.
Do you know what I mean?
Everyone is good vibes. I can tell it's good vibes already. Imagine somebody won the Champions Cup, like one of the Arsenal team, and we're like, I've dreamed of this since I was a little girl. Like, you would be like, that's good banter, because it just was picked out of someone's backside one day. But then you get so many people online who we think we know what we're talking about sometimes, who are like, no, this trophy's been like coming through the mail from
I understand they do it in men's football, but I'm still like, I just don't, because it's just how do we know that they're the best leagues? How do we know these are the best teams to fill these spots?
There'll be coefficient rankings, to be fair.
I know, but they're not. In the grand scheme of things, they're not the best teams.
To be fair, I've never heard anyone say the Moroccan league is the fourth best league in women's football.
What were they called?
Asfar.
As far
as I know, that's not the case.
Was that what they were called? I thought it was something else.
ASFAR.
Right.
Is that you guys don't know?
Guys, I don't know. And this isn't me throwing shade to Morocco, because I'm like, obviously they play that. We've played them before, and they are a good. Their national team is a good setup. But I'm just like, you're not telling me that's then the best team. That's not one of the best teams in the world that they're competing in this competition.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of shy at the competition in my eyes anyway, but it's great that it's another game for women's football, and teams that already have a jam-packed calendar get to play another game, get to play another 2 games. That's really good for them.
Get more money.
But look,
get more money as well.
If the players are buzzing about that, and if they get a bit of the kitty, I get why they're buzzing, but that's where I'm like, sign me up. Let me play in these tournaments. Let these other players, let these people that aren't at the top clubs play. If they're the top clubs.
I do agree. Like, if in the end it expands to, say, in 5 years' time, say Palace win WSL2, say it's this year, right?
And I'm 49.
Honey,
I might be the manager.
God knows where you'll be then, right? But then they get entered into the competition. There's ways of accepting more people. I do think that, by the way, some people are saying, no, you win from whatever leagues. A lot of it's political. Give me a break. Like, it will be political. A lot of it is that way. It's FIFA. Guys, it's FIFA.
There's bits where I'm just like, I get it, but I also don't get it. I think it's been like, well, this is what's happening, boom. And it's just like, it's great that you get to bring the Corinthians and they get to play against Arsenal. I get that's great because it doesn't happen in any other walk of football competition. But it's a game. It's one game. Then do you know what I mean? So it's just a bit like, it's not like a tournament throughout the year. If it was a bigger tournament with more teams,
like a league phase or
stuff like that, it would be a bit more exciting to me. Okay. They play each other a game. 2 games, Cass. 2 games. That's my point. Anyway, I'll stop greeting about it. Yeah, anyone that's coming at me,
you do
saying
sound better.
A shocking opinion about it. It's not a shocking opinion.
She sounds like a better MF.
My shocking opinion is that you. I'm going to say it.
Sarah says, Ruesha to Arsenal mascot package. Would you ever? Right. Say they said to you,
right,
we'll pay you. Give me a nice cushy life where you could live a nice happy life, right, in London or whatever, or where you are now. Say 200 grand. Would you be Gunnersaurus for all match days? Would you do it?
How long do I need to do it for?
What do you mean?
I'm not doing it for life, am I?
It's your job for 200 a year, and then if you're any good at it,
for how many years, Cass? Give me
it's a 5-year plan.
A 5-year
5-year contract.
What about a 3-year contract?
It's negotiable. A 3-year contract with the option to extend it.
Yes, 3-year.
We can figure the extension
in my favour. In my favour, right?
Would you be Gunnersaurus?
I'd do it. Easy money.
Yes,
absolutely. Walk in the park, get my wee dinosaur costume on, go high five some people, get on the pitch, kick the ball about.
Yeah, cute.
2 foot some players here and there. spice it up a little bit. Easy money to take it.
Put some players.
Not a bother. I'm not doing away games, no thank you. I'm here. I'm at the Emirates.
Gunners doesn't leave his home and travel to away games.
Well, yes, exactly.
Not doing away games.
100% easy money. I could do that, no bother.
Do you know that you're not allowed, if you are a mascot for a profession, you can never take the head off of a mascot in public? Ever.
For its safety?
No, otherwise it's a sackable offence because of the youngsters who are watching the magic that you create. You can never, ever. It's so sacred. Because the reason I know this is from when I worked in radio back in the day, the amount of times we were part of whatever competition and the sponsor was whatever and the mascot was there. These people, these mascots, Rush, had like 3 bodyguards carrying them in and out. Who was the Commonwealth Games Thistle? Was that Mr. Thistle or something? The Glasgow Thistle? Do you remember that? He had fucking life for Riley, that guy. He had like Messi style security. Yeah. You can't take the head off. Otherwise, I thought it was
more for like the little guys. Safety, like say it was the Arsenal guy.
It's the illusion of
Emirates Ultras. Like the Spurs Ultras were after him, protecting his safety. Oh well, there you go.
Anyway, let's get into the transfers then so far today. Schuller to Man United. Soccer Donna's going to pop in soon with us into the chat. Sam Coffey to Manchester City. She looks like a great player.
Yeah, she is a good player.
Cascarino, of course, have come into the WSL. Both Cascarinos now in the WSL.
Yeah, the sisters are there. Yeah.
And the chat today, being around the summertime, Onabaji is going to come to Arsenal, as may well Georgia Stanley as well, which to me looks like a really, really kind of strong couple of additions to the team.
What are we saying about that? If Onabaji is signing with Arsenal, does that mean they've got 2 of their players for right back? Does it mean one of them will play in a different position?
Is Ona a left back?
No, she'd be more... She's not play right back.
Would she not be coming in? She's left back, isn't she?
No, she's right back.
Guys, what's Onabaji? I thought she was left back because I thought she would... She's the links to if McCabe is to leave Arsenal, isn't she? That they're sounding out Onabaji.
Full back. Maybe she can play both sides.
Maybe.
Anyone know what is her favoured foot?
Baji, Holmberg and Fox are right backs.
Aye, right back, yeah.
3 right backs.
That's what I mean. So I don't really... Unless they're going, we could play her on the left or... One of them can play on the left. Or do they... Yeah, it doesn't make real sense. Because then you go, I would put Steph Catley back.
She's a right back? Who? No, because Steph's a left back.
Yeah, left back.
So she's been so good in centre back.
Left-sided centre back, but you go, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a weird one. Or have they got the option of having this player and they're like, well, we're not going to turn that down. Unless Fox is like, I'm out here soon too. But
I think
it's an interest. It's a
Emily Fox. What it seems to look like is Arsenal is they're going for like really athletic players, like Olivia Smith is the prime example. But then McCabe's so athletic as well.
The weird thing is with Katie is she's always available. She is always available. So in terms of you want to sign players that are fit, yes, she's maybe not got that explosive pace, but she's always available for a game and she knows the game. So it's a really interesting one for me. I'm like, maybe it's nothing to do with the football. Maybe it's something else. I'm not really sure. Maybe they've just went, we're going to part ways after 10 plus years and it's time for change. But then you go, well, why aren't they doing that with some other players? So if it is something else, I don't think it's to do with performances because she's probably had been one of the first names on the team sheet for so long. Yeah. So it's a strange one, but
I mean, other names on the list for Arsenal come this summer. I mean, you would imagine they'll extend with Leah Williamson. I don't understand the situation with Leah Williamson's contracts. Is it like year-on-year rolling kind of contracts, it seems to be?
Arsenal don't always announce their length for some of them.
Exactly.
Like that works. I don't know why they do that.
It seems like it would be, I feel like it pops up fairly frequently that she's re-signed. So what is it, year or 18-month deals? Kim Little, I see... For me personally, somebody who's obviously been the captain of the club for quite some time, who would probably remain at the club. Jodie. Yeah, would she get a role like that in the future? Is that what she would want to do?
I think if Kim wants a role like that, she'll get a role like that. There'll be a role for Kim in that club if she wants it.
You can see her being a GM in the future.
I see her probably really like ending her career at Arsenal now. I don't know why she would go anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with a player like Kim, she is Miss Arsenal. Like, she honestly
lives and breathes it and all that. Yeah.
We spoke about this. When was that? We were speaking about this. But I almost said like the WSL had to catch up with Kim, is how I see it. When she went to America, also all the players out there have been like, geez, this girl's outrageous.
Yeah.
So she's just earned that respect. Like, she could probably pick a time when she's going to retire and the club will agree to what length of contract she'll probably get, and there probably will be a role in the club for her. But that's the kind of person she is. It's the kind of aura she has, the kind of presence, power she has.
It's funny though, because in saying that, and I completely agree with your thoughts on Kim there, but what's funny is that Katie played the same amount of games than her. And Kim had been there since she was, what, 18, 17, 18? Two spells, but
Kim was young when I'm going to say Kim was like 16 when she went to Arsenal at first. But you could argue that's pre-WSL, so she was playing at Arsenal before the WSL started. She then was there for the WSL. She then left, went to America for a few years, came back. Yeah. So, I mean, the two of them have been there for a long time and played a lot of games for the club. Yeah. Obviously. Yeah.
Other names on the list, Emily Fox, Caitlin Ford, Stina Blacksteny, Steph Catley, Manuela Zinsberger, Victoria Palova. A new goalkeeper comes into Arsenal today on deadline day, meaning they currently have 6 goalkeepers. That's like a stockpile. But
surely some of them are getting farmed out right now, you think? Surely they need to get them out on loan, some of them.
Yeah, you would think. I mean, Daphne van Domselaar will be their number one, right? Right?
Well, they obviously had her number one. She's had a few struggles, maybe injury struggles. They've obviously brought one in. They need another backup one or one that's fit, able to go, assuming that the other goalkeeper that got hit during the Champions final isn't available and they need a keeper this weekend.
Apparently she's at home recovering.
Right, so that
she must have taken a bad knock.
That explains why they need a keeper.
I went, fuck me.
Unless Van Dom's going to be available this weekend, but it looks like they have to get someone in fast. That's what they've done.
Yeah.
Cass, we've spoken about this before. Why are the likes of Arsenal? I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon. I've not seen enough of this goalkeeper that they've signed. But why have the likes of Arsenal not went after Mary Earps now?
Yeah.
Why are they not doing it?
Yeah.
She knows the league inside out. She's a top goalie. She's got the aura about her.
Has she got it anymore?
She's got the swagger. Why doesn't she?
Because of what happened. You know, we've discussed this too much. We've discussed this so many times. It'd be interesting to get your thoughts in the comments about this. Personally, the whole Mary Earps, Hannah Hampton situation was massive. It was good. It was good chat. It was good drama, for whatever you want to call it, or it was called gossip, but it was called over. She just stayed in the dressing room. It is what it is. We could have all moved on. But I actually think people would be not wanting to touch Mary now because, you know, you can't have an opinion and a personality in women's football sometimes. Everyone's got to play by the perfect example and be the perfect leader and not say anything. I mean, look at Millie Bright at the moment. Because it seems like there might be, I'm not a forensic scientist, guys, but from what I can see, it looks like there's a bit of beef between Millie and Hannah, or a bit of, I don't know, they're not on the same page, put it that way. But then everyone hates Millie for not bombing up Hannah the whole time. You know,
I've seen a few comments.
There's a personality class. Who cares? You know, who cares? You're allowed to not be everyone's best friend. Yeah. That's absolutely fine.
It's football, it's dressing room.
You know, I would say Mary Earps, you're right, should be back in the WSL because it's not happening at PSG.
I mean, I could see Mary also maybe going out to America and that's suiting her purely because she gets to be herself and be a personality, and that's encouraged over there. I could see something like that happening. But also looking at go, you've got a massive club like Arsenal, and they've been crying out for like a solid number one, a solid goalkeeper, and I'm like, surely Mary Earps fits the bill. For that.
Well, pleased to say, guys, we're going to bring in Laura now from Soccer Donna. Let me just bring you in here now. Remember, guys, I am the producer of this show. Hello, Laura. How are you?
Hi.
Can you hear you, Laura? Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, hi. Good.
Hi.
I mean, interesting wee day. Nothing groundbreaking, or is there something still to come? Can you put us out of our misery?
I don't want to get your hopes up. No, is a winter transfer, so I wasn't expecting a lot to be going on. Last year, that was an unusual winter transfer window with everything that has happened. Today, I've only had like 90% loan deals, I felt like. So Everton are going to bring one more player in on loan with obligation to buy, but it's not really a big name everybody knows. So yeah, it's been a calm one.
Okay. I mean, maybe that's okay. I guess it builds up to the summer of what's going to be clearly a very interesting 5 months.
Yes, busy summer
Yeah.
ahead, definitely.
One thing I will say is that I was just chatting to Jamie, my husband downstairs. WSL2 has been making moves today,
Yeah.
actually. There's 3 teams who are there really looking and hoping
Forest have been really busy.
Yeah, looking for promotion and therefore showing that they're trying to build squads that are going to be competing in the WSL. Do you know anything in terms of numbers there or what packages players are looking at?
What you mean by numbers?
Like how much of a salary is it? Are they looking at an improvement?
Yeah, so I know Bristol City that they had like a new investor and like things like that. I know today the transfer was announced of Olivia Was, who came from the German Bundesliga. Exciting player. I was not expecting her to go to the WSL2, but I think it just speaks for their ambition. I think Bristol City, Forest, they had a very, very busy transfer window, but also Newcastle here and there. I think they want to strengthen as much as they can because I wasn't expecting them to be at the place they are on the table right now. So I think they're just trying to get that extra bit of strength and to finish as high as they can.
Okay.
Laura, when do you think we will see in women's football a crazy transfer deadline day? Do you think it's coming soon? What's your thoughts?
You know, summer is approaching. I think this summer could be very interesting. I mean, a lot we already know, a few things we already know, but I think there's a lot of interesting players out of contract, so it could be very interesting this summer.
Do you think, we were just touching on Mary Earps there, Hannah Hampton's contract's up at Chelsea this summer. I reckon she'll stay. But Mary Earps, what's the situation there? Could you see, I mean, Arsenal are stockpiling at the moment, goalkeepers. That's, I think, 6 goalkeepers they've got. Would Mary Earps not be looking to come back to the WSL? And do you think a club would want her here?
I think she would want to come back at some point. Like, look at Georgia Stanway. She wanted to come back to England, so that's what she's going to do. Do I think clubs would want her? Absolutely. She has quite a name to herself. People know her. People know that she's not really a bad goalkeeper, even though her season at PSG wasn't the best one. But I would also like to emphasize that when you've just played football in England, or I think she's had a small spell in Germany as well, to adapt to different like French football, it is a different thing, and it's I think it's easily underestimated. So I think she would want to come back. I don't know if that is this summer, so we would have to see. But yeah, I think clubs would want her. I think she has built quite a reputation.
And what do we think about Chelsea? Obviously, a very, very busy squad. It's pretty stacked. We see there's a few people contracts up in summer. Do we expect to see them moving on then?
Yeah, quite a few. I think Sjoeke Nusken, she has made it pretty clear that she is not happy with the game time she's receiving. I understand. I wouldn't want to see a player like her on the bench every game. She's one of the players who has the fewest amount of minutes, and she's ranking with academy players who are playing for the first team. So that says a lot. She's not going to make a move today, but I can see her make a move in the summer, and she's been linked to quite a few top clubs. So, and then Macario, she has also been linked to NWSL clubs, and I think the window in the States is open until March. So we will have to see if that's going to be winter or summer. But yeah, she's been linked to clubs there.
Okay. And what about the likes of Guru Wrighton?
Her contract's up.
Yeah,
in summer, right?
Any news there?
Haven't really heard anything on her. I would be a bit surprised to see her go.
Laura,
Or never say
what are you hearing
never.
about this Chelsea chat? I mean, this pursuit of Jennifer Egaccini from PSG, Joe, I mean, they were going heavy for her over the last 24 hours, Chelsea, and I'm going, really? Like, another player into this massively bloated squad where things are seemingly going a little bit off at the moment. I mean, you're looking at the players that are out of contract then this summer. It's big characters. It's big, I would say, Emma Hayes personalities from Millie Bright, Sam Kerr, Guru Wrighton. I mean, that's 3 of the Fantastic 4, isn't it? From just only 2 years ago. It feels like it's such a massive shift at Chelsea, or am I reading too much into that?
No, I don't think you're reading. I mean, with a change in manager comes a change in team. That's what I always say. So, Sonia, she has relied on her French people that she knew from the league, not like French as in nationality wise, but the players she knew from the French league. So I think she relies on that. It's similar to the current Tottenham manager, who has brought in a lot of Scandinavians because he's familiar with these players, and you could see it every time a management change. It eventually there is going to be a change in the squad. We will see the same with Arsenal. We'll see the same with Chelsea. So, there will be some form of remodeling, I would say, of the team. With the core, they might be staying, but the team around them, they will change.
Okay. Well, listen, text me if you hear anything. You may as well. I think we're all looking and going, it's not going to be a Chloe Kelly moment tonight.
No.
Keep us posted. We appreciate you as ever, Laura. You've been good to us, so thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Say hi to the cats for us.
Bye. Yeah, I will. Bye.
Bye. Soccer Donna there. The best there is about.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's going to come a time where Soccer Donna is going to be working right up until it's going to be action-packed drama for her. Do you know what I mean? That's I'm looking forward to that, where she's just dropping bombs. So-and-so's went here, so-and-so's signed for here, boom, action-packed. I'm looking forward to that, Cass. Can't wait till we're getting people live outside.
I know.
Live outside Arsenal training ground, London Coney popping up, going
like your girl Lenny outside, London Coney, and then outside, London City.
Yeah.
Whatever. We've got all these different reporters. Because it's heading in that direction. Yeah. I watched Deadline Day yesterday on Sky, and I mean, it's such a huge day in the calendar. We're getting there, and I don't want it to be that bonkers or that insane. But I think with the current predicament of these players' names that we've just spoken about there, I'm thinking, well, summer's going to be mad unless they choose to extend or the club.
When you talk about the cycles, though, you talk about players beat teams in cycles, and things change just because you played for 2 or 3 years consecutively and everything was great. Teams want to always move forward and get younger players.
Fix it.
I totally get that, but some people think to get better, you have to make change and fix it and push each other. As soon as then somebody gets a wee injury, they're out sometimes, and that's them. That's the end of them. Yeah. And they can't get back in. They want to stay and maybe be loyal, but the fact of the matter is sometimes under different managers, you might just not get that game time. If a new manager comes in, it's a clean slate. But it's just, football's tough. Football's shite. I was looking at, there is. It's actually, if you're not mentally able, that's why I find it funny where some people just are so miles off it. They don't know what it's about because they've never actually been in it, but they're so strong in their opinions that they know everything was gospel. And I'm thinking,
are you talking to me?
Not but there's some lads and they've signed for a team and then whatever, they don't get to play and then they get shafted to go to that team, and then again there's so much politics involved, and you're just like, if you don't have that mental capacity to be in football, because I'll tell you something, there's more low days than there is high days. It's pure shite unless you're at one of the top teams. It's actually just a pure roller coaster, and you need to be able to have really thick skin, have real good mental strength to actually be involved in it. That's when I look at some people today and I'm like, kids coming up, they're going to struggle. Well, they're going to struggle.
Wait to hear this, which I actually thought was an amazing story going around today, about the chaos of the transfer window. It was Beth Fisher who posted it, reshared it. Aaron and Salimo, I don't know if you've seen this story.
I think that's it.
Is this what you're talking about? So listen to this. I mean, this just shows you. Chelsea signed him in the summer of 2024. They were signing everyone, to be fair. Keeping him on loan at Boca Juniors until January 2025. He played no minutes for Chelsea's first team in 24-25. Without space in the squad, Anselmo is then sent on loan to Borussia Dortmund in 2025. He earns his place in the Dortmund team, starts playing, settles in. And then, wait for this, January 26th arrives and Chelsea start looking to sign a centre-back for the window. They don't get their top target, who's Jeremy Jackie, and failing to sign him. Chelsea then terminate his contract at Dortmund and bring him back on the 26th of January, this Anselmo guy. He leaves Dortmund. There's pictures of him crying, leaving the dressing room, hugging everyone goodbye. He'd made his place in this team. He leaves Dortmund in tears, returns ready to play for Chelsea. Back in London, they told him, you're not going to stay after all. So on deadline day, a matter of days later since his return to London, he's loaned out to Strasbourg. I mean, that is a sausage factory. That is just churning out whatever they want, when they want. And away you go. I think that's cruel. And, poor lad, fair play to him. You're right. You have to be mentally tough.
Yeah.
Because there'll be a number of girls today, women sitting going, fuck me, I hope I get that move because this is torture or this is tough.
Yeah.
But then you've got to be grateful that this is your career at the same time. So it's quite an interesting perspective.
Yeah, it is. Like, we're lucky to get to do that, but that doesn't mean it's easier.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But you kind of do what you love, but it's different from rocking up to the office and doing a 9-5 on insurance. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and that's not me being disrespectful. I'm just trying to say mentally it's a totally different game. So you really have to be mentally strong because, especially when you're out of favour, the chips are down, you've got a long-term injury or just stuff like that. Like, it's tough going. It's not easy. But I think it makes you more resilient. Yeah. I'd say.
Well, that's it. All these part of the journey. It's not about the destination. It's all about the journey.
Beautiful.
We spoke about the other day in terms of salary kind of thing and numbers.
You want a tap?
Okay. Give me your jammies though. Take them off. Have you a brown?
I have a wee.
Well done.
A wee Calvin one. Just a wee one.
Hold yourself together. I do think that hopefully the money will start to go up, but the understanding of wages at the moment is so off the charts. Kind of thing. People are not aware of it comes to just how poor the money in your pocket is as well.
I think there's some people that are fortunate enough, the top teams. Then you could argue there's teams like, say, the Championship, for example, WSL2, sorry, and you'll have players maybe in the team that are well looked after. So there might be 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the squad is pure pittance.
Pure pennies.
It's pure shite.
Yeah.
It's pure shite. Let's call a spade here, Cass. It's pure minging.
Can you allude to what that would be? Or you don't want to do that?
I mean, I can, but I don't know if I should or shouldn't.
Are we talking about, we're talking like 25 grand? 30 grand?
Over. Like, just over. But mine would be made up in bonuses, but I'm not getting any bonuses.
Because you're not getting on the pitch.
So it's pointless. But it's like, no shit, I need to do podcasts. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And there was this 1 week where I punted Mars out for a bit.
Right.
And I was kind of like, if anyone comes at me and says that's unreasonable or that's unprofessional and you should be doing that when you represent your club and country, I'd say, well,
I'm broke.
Hold on a wee second here.
Mama's got mouths to feed.
Hold on a wee second. Yeah. That's the reality of it. If you've not got a partner and stuff, it'd be tough. And there's no wonder people then have to house share and stuff like that. Some people might be their preference to do that. A lot of people probably wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But when you look at the salaries and stuff like that, and when you live in London, come on.
Yeah.
Like that's me just talking off my own experience right now. Stuff like that has to improve.
You're sounding really broke right now. It's creeping me out.
I just had to pay my tax bill there and it was absolutely stinking, man.
Taxes are waxes.
Disgusting.
Oh, it's pish. Taxes are pish, but here we are.
You, it's not for my football money, that's for sure. So,
okay, so not so much happening today, troops. I'm going to take another wee look around the blogs.
Have a look. What's the comments? Into the comments.
Yes, let me just jump into these comments for you now then.
Just jump into the pants.
Hacker saying Chelsea are more a football factory than a club these days. I get it. They sign everyone and then everyone's gone and farmed out. Ruesha, by the way, any questions you've got for Ruesha, put them in the chat right now and we'll try and get through them. We're here for another 15 minutes or so. Ruesha, are you allergic to Princess? That's her girlfriend's kitten cat.
Wow. If I don't have my preventer inhaler, yes. If I pet her and was to touch my face, yes. But that's like me with any animals, to be fair. Yeah. Same as you, yeah.
Yeah, same. And we've just got a puppy, but he's hypoallergenic because he's a full breed poodle, toy poodle.
No dog is fully hypoallergenic. Just want to let you know that.
But I know I can feel it. I can definitely feel it. I'm like, I can feel the sinusy, but I've had a cold, but I can definitely feel it.
Get some
here's somebody who mentioned the personality of Mary Earps. Raffine saying taking a shot at Hannah Hampton after the Euros was a career-killing move. I actually think, even though I completely disagree, there are people and clubs who are scared that Mary Earps would write another book, so therefore wouldn't want her in the area in the dressing room, which I think is poor because fuck it. It was a book. She said her thoughts. It's her opinion. She's a goalkeeper in the goalkeepers union. There's one person and another person and there's her and then there's a coach, and it sounds like Hannah wasn't the easiest to work with. Who cares?
Yeah.
Why does that then stop you?
I'm absolutely shit scared to comment on this again.
Well, the whole Millie situation, what are you seeing? What do you see with this Millie Brighton, Hannah Hampton situation?
Obviously at the club there's probably a few things going on. There's definitely, it looks like, kind of speculating because I don't know, so this isn't gospel what I'm saying, but from the outside in you look and go, looks like they clash on the pitch a little bit. You could see that. But Millie Brighton, Mary Earps, they played there, so they're going to have their experience of, and that's not me coming at Hannah Hampton because we all know, yes, she is fantastic.
See what Millie said about their keeper scored more than their keeper. Sorry, their keeper saved more than our keeper didn't.
Yeah.
Is that?
I don't know if it was just she's pissed off kind of interview at the end of the game and that's what she said, because I think she knows herself she probably didn't have her best game either. Yeah. I don't think Hannah had her best game. Near the Chelsea team by all matter of accounts. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those, but I don't think she was trying to shaft the blame onto Hannah.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't look into it like that, but obviously then people go absolute rogue on Twitter or X, whatever it's called these days, and are calling for her head and
this
stuff
is it.
like that.
Somebody's saying here that Mary Earps, all in the game, all one, Mary Earps can be seen like a problem off the field, which in a way you could maybe relate to because people say that you can be a problem off the field because of right now sitting talking and having your opinion and talking about current players and you're a current player and blah, blah, blah. Do we all need to just, I mean, if you're in the comments and you're so disappointed, so fed up, so offended by what Mary said, I actually don't think you're on the planet Earth because no offence, you can't expect everything to be rainbows and unicorns all the time. You just can't. It's not life. It's not the real world. You might want it to be the real world, but it's not. It's a high performing environment. There should be dislikes towards people in different ways. They're all performing on the elite stage.
Yeah.
They've got a job to do. It doesn't mean they have to be best friends. And if Mary's the kind of person, and everyone's like, your team Mary, I don't know Hannah, and I don't know Mary. I've never actually met either of them. Yeah. I've seen them, and I've probably interviewed them at some point. I don't know them. I don't know any of them from Adam. But from what you said about your experiences in the past, you could have felt the same about Mary had you played with her. Yeah. That doesn't mean you're not allowed to say or voice it. It's like anyone right now could say, I can't stand Ruesha, she's a pain in my arse, she disrupts the dressing room. Is that the end of the world?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not. It's just like, fucking crack on, man.
Funny thing is, no one's come out and said that yet, have they, Cass? Because I'm so... Get up, yous.
You're no well, Hen. You're no well.
But yeah, that's it. But I also look at that, like that, you go back to that and I'm like, it was her book. And it's funny because you see then some of the American girls talking about it. It was Tobin Heath and Kristen Prest.
They had a good point.
Their thing, and I'm like, exactly. It's their version of events and it's their story, so they were going to tell it how they see fit.
And I would imagine she's not even touched the fucking side.
Do you know what I mean?
You're like, not even scratched the surface. I would imagine.
But that's when you're looking at some of women's football fans, man. I've already hammered some of the Arsenal ones because I think some of it, not all used, by the way, some of them are absolute batshit. you're looking at some of the Chelsea ones now and I'm going, oh my
Yeah.
God. It's actually, to them, it's like a celebrity world, what do you call it? Showbiz. It's like showbiz.
It's very showbiz,
It's not football, it's showbiz.
Yeah.
Some of you should be locked up. Locked up.
I agree with that, actually.
Throw away the key.
You can go onto Twitter. I mean, I get it. Hannah Hampton profile pictures is obviously not her because she's probably got a life, but these people just hammering me. Like, maybe the time you said that. And I'm like, and what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's fine, I'll go to bed at night, but clearly you're not over it. Making it like that constant thread of like, remember the time you said this, remember the time this happened. Like, well, remember the time she let in 5 goals at the weekend? Do you know what I mean? Like, everything swings, everything, you know, nobody's perfect all the time. Things can happen. Anyway, on that note, I think Hannah will stay at Chelsea because it feels like she has a good relationship there with Sonia. It feels like it's in a good place at the club. I mean, that clip. What did she win? The sports person of something? She won something.
Oh, yeah.
BBC, not the personality of the year, she won something. And Sonia was in there thrilled and dancing around, giving her thing. And it looked to be peaceful.
I say she's got a long time in the game. And I'm sure she'll change. Like that was my experience then. And I don't know what she's like now because I don't see her. I don't work with her. I don't speak to her.
Yeah.
But she's got a long time in the game. But for some fans, man, some of these are absolutely, honestly,
by the way,
mental.
Just in reflection, like it sounds like we're having a New Year's conversation, but like that was such a big story when that happened. I mean, the amount of people in work, people who are not interested in women's football, a lot of some of the ex-male senior pros were like, what's the story there? You know, everybody was so wowed by it, and for then in a way you kind of, was it the detriment of Hannah or made to look a certain way? She got a hell of a lot of support, and that's good. People are good out there. But for Mary's admission of what she felt was the case for her, she was buried. Yeah, like she was buried. You know, it's a very, very funny thing. Onabachi then can play on both sides, apparently. So yes, perhaps you maybe will see her coming at Arsenal. I'm still of the subject, and you can get in the comments, and I'm still of the thoughts that we will see Alexia Putellas in the summer in the WSL.
Yeah. I think for people going, that's absolutely batshit mental, how dare you say that? I'm actually like, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense when you look and go, the number on the salary is whatever it has to be. That's not an issue. They want to make a big statement. They have that tie with the Barcelona person anyway, that they've got players there. It's easy for them to have that relationship and speak to people. Kang wants to be the best of the best, and she wants to go after Champions League. Therefore, she probably needs to get some Champions League winners in the changing room. It's not mental to me. There's also other players there, and I get people going, oh, she was watching the game of football. Why was she there that day watching the game of football when the January window was open, when you could do negotiating there, when there can conversations to be had? Yes, she might have been there watching a mate too, but I'm sure there was a meeting that took place. So Barcelona don't have the money right now to be keeping everyone. Barcelona are going through a shit show as it is. So
there was a couple of messages, like, so from your understanding, because Alexia is there, she's signing, Patrice signing, Beth signing, Mariona signing, whoever else was sitting there. And I was like, I wouldn't even rule that out either. I'm not saying that is happening, but you are talking about Michelle Kang. The woman flips the table of every room that she walks into. She rips up contracts here, there and everywhere. She will farm people out. She will put the team together that she thinks is going to win. And I bet you she's probably sitting now a little bit disappointed with where London City are in the table. So I reckon come the summer, whatever happens this window, and now that it's closing, they recalled somebody today. I saw that. They recalled somebody back to the club. But I'm like, I don't think it will be Patry. Wouldn't be massively surprised. I think if Beth, you never know, could stay at Arsenal. That's a real possibility. I don't know why they would let her go either. We've said this till we're blue in the face. I think London City could be a good shout for Beth. I mean, we know that was the link last summer. So yes,
why not?
Maybe could be Beth Mead to London City. Could be Alexia to London City. I don't think that's hard to understand. I think there's a definite love affair with Barcelona fans. They go, she is, or she committed herself to the club. She's kissing her badge. But she was kissing the badge that yesterday and then was on a private jet to make sure she was at that game on the same day that Michelle Kang was there. For me, I'm going, it's the week after the Trinity Rodman £2 million player, $2 million player. This woman is all guns blazing.
And you say she's after a Spanish club now too?
Is she?
Yeah.
So this
after
now,
a fourth club.
Now this does confuse me, because if London City get into the Champions League, Lyon are in the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have multi-club ownership. So now is Michelle Kang, I would say, smart enough, got the right people around her to then make sure that that's signed over to something else? Is there another competition that they can enter into? Because we've seen it happen in the men there with Crystal Palace just gone. They had to then drop down to the Conference League from the Europa.
Yeah.
And that was terrible because they won the FA Cup. They'd earned the right to be there. But he, the owner, Textor, owned the club in France as well.
Right.
So what happens there?
I thought of already there'd have to be things in place. They know this is going to happen at some point when it comes.
And they want to play Champions League.
Does she just go, well, I'm no longer the owner, and it's like an agreement? Well, you're the owner now, but I call the shots. A bit like that.
But there would be a cooling off period there contractually. You would say it would have to be handed over to the rightful new owner with like a 6 month or a year.
Yeah, but is it like we call it a gentleman's agreement where she's actually still the big boss and she's in charge?
She's the face of it,
unless
but it's in someone else's.
Something happens. They'll need to twist some rules.
Here's us
the thing is, it's happening in men's football right now.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen, so it's not going to be allowed to happen. And then she's in with FIFA and all that now too. She's doing loads of bits. I'm like, honey, you slow down.
Listen,
slow down. I think she's trying to like sign me up with one of our other teams.
It'd be great if she ever brought you back. I don't think it's going to happen, but one day I'd love it if you could just interview her and then she'd be like looking at you in your pajamas like, fuck's that?
You look
I know you, and you'd be like, Michelle,
thinking
you let me go because you didn't like me in my podcast.
It's me.
You know that, Michelle.
Oh, she was cracking me up with the Trinity Rodman hugs because she fucking hates everyone. She doesn't let anyone touch her, but if you're a superstar, obviously.
What do you mean she doesn't let you touch you? How do you know that?
Not that I'm trying to touch her or anything like that, but I just mean in general, like, see when she was at London City, it would crack us up. Like, we'd all be having a giggle because she'd only go up and hug Cossie and Rods. So she knew Rods from Washington because she was there. Julia Roder.
Right.
And Kosfari Solani. Obviously, then she got Cossie in to be the face and try and be the pull for players to come. So she was like the big signing, big deal player, a great player. So she'd get the big huggy, kissy thing. Everyone else, it was like, put her hand out and you'd be running out. I never actually got one, I don't think. But people would be running by and she'd be like, that's it. Like, no one to go.
Was she there with the Dettol with her cash?
Honestly, it was funny to watch. It was really funny to watch. We'd have a laugh about it. But then you see her with like Rodman and it's like hugs and kisses and all that. But I've not got a problem with her. I think it's banter. I actually think it's banter. But I do think there's a bit where like she's like, I'm this big powerhouse and I'm loaded, I'm going to make a change. But she's only helping clubs out, big clubs and big players.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, so why are you doing that? You want the glory? You want the limelight? Because you want to be involved with the big dogs and feel relevant?
I do think there's got to be.
But no, there's obviously things there that she is probably doing behind, like big things too.
Of course.
And she's helping the women's game and all that. But there's bits where I do have a wee giggle at myself.
That's so funny. I heard Kang wanted a South American club to get into a new market. Yes, probably.
Will that be interesting to see over that
she was
side of the world?
there watching the Corinthians the other night, wasn't she?
Ooh,
she was at the Arsenal Corinthians game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we heard Kang wants a Spanish team too. Listen, she's taken over, but at some point that will catch you out. You can't. It's multi-club ownership. It's a rule. You know. Okay, she's changing the landscape, so it's a good thing. She's changing the landscape of women's football, but then there's only so much you can do before it then looks like you're politically owning it. And that can happen. You can't do that. So maybe that'll change.
Got then the Kaniska group thing.
Yeah.
Which is, they're trying to do a lot of work behind the scenes. They're trying to invest in like women's football and do studies on the injuries, probably really diving into the ACL chat, all that kind of stuff. So there is a lot of good there that she's doing too, but the whole club thing, I'm like, I don't get that. Why is she wanting 4 clubs? Yes, it makes sense if she gets South America. Is that Corinthians? Are they South America? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mad Kang up the favelas like that. Can see it. And she just whips out a fucking Rabona and then like, swappy inch.
No, she opens up her Louis Vuitton coat and she's got like bullets all lined.
What was that? That'd be sick. That'd
There's
be some,
only-
some
I think-
announcement video, that.
There's only so long
Mm-hmm.
we can continue talking about this until she legal slaps something on your arse that you
Slap.
can't say anything about her.
No, get
But
I didn't get
You
a pot to
probably,
piss
do
in.
you know what? You've probably signed an NDA and you don't even know.
I've not got a pot to piss in. I did have to sign something. We all know that. Of course I did.
You've probably signed a non-disclosure, you
But I
fanny.
thought they're actually coming after me. I only make a joke. Oh, have a wee joke and a laugh. I'm not saying nothing.
You can be
Only
like,
a
Michelle, do you
bit
want
of
pajamas?
banter. Say, Michelle, do you want to come on my podcast?
By the way, that would
mhm.
fly if you interviewed Michelle Kang. I'd love that.
Right, who
I've tried to get her so many times. She will not come there.
I know,
Just get
wonder why.
completely ignored by her team.
podcast.
Yeah.
We're either here if we branched out the bedroom. I like her bedroom, but I'm like, if we got something else, do you know what I mean?
No,
If we got, you're happy in
I'm
here?
happy in my
All right,
bedroom.
so I'm like,
I
if we
can
get a
drink
guest
wine.
in,
I can eat goose.
what if we get a guest in? So I was going to say,
Who's coming into my bedroom?
exactly, who do you want
Jamie.
on the podcast? Say we could have a guest in here with us, who you wanting?
Oh,
Dream guest, anyone? Hit us.
Oh, dream guest to come in here. Who's a dream
Honestly,
guest?
I think because we do have a bit of banter, nobody would touch us now,
I
man.
know.
Everyone's like,
I
can't
kind of like.
associate with them.
I don't want boring chat
Yeah.
either.
Right, I'm going to say who I want on.
Go on then.
Emma Hayes.
Oh, she'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Because she does have a bit of crack, right?
Yeah, I don't know if she could associate with us.
No,
But
no.
Like,
What did she say? Because you guys were walking off the pitch like
Mhm.
when Ireland played the USA, and I was watching the TV and I was like, "The fuck? Why do Ruesha and Emma look like they're friends?"
I think she just knew my face. She's like,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, she'd be great. Actually, Emma Hayes would be great on the podcast. Emma, yeah, do you want to come round to my girl?
Want to come round?
She
And
knows
the-
Jamie though, doesn't she? She not spoken
Does
to
she?
Jamie recently.
Oh, I don't know.
I think
I don't
they saw
know.
each other at something, but like,
Do you think I know what he gets up to?
I know
He's a snake to
he
me.
is sleeping with the enemy. I tell you
Agent
that.
Snake, the two of you.
Agent Snake.
Speaking
So,
of which, I don't know. But,
Who thinks Chelsea winning the Champions League is possible? That's NHH23.
surely you could say Arsenal winning the Champions League is possible too.
Well, it's
couldn't
possible.
you?
They're still in it.
Sorry, what's to go in Champions League? You're all up to date with. I'm a bit all over the gaff. What's happening?
So we're now into the next stage, which is the knockout round.
Yeah.
So Arsenal have Leuven over 2 legs now, home and away.
Why? They've already played each other.
They had each other in the league phase of the
There
competition,
was a league phase.
Yeah.
Which is,
which was 18 teams,
and you play
and you played 6 teams,
6
5 teams. So there was 6
just
teams. in
home
a
or
pot.
away, depending on the draw.
No,
No?
you played 5 teams once.
Yeah, so it was home or away, just depending on the draw, not home and away.
Yes,
Right,
uh-huh.
so you played the team once.
Yeah,
Get
and
through
then
that.
there was 2 sides of the pot for
Mhm.
the remaining. So 4 went through.
Yep.
4 with the most points went
Right.
through, and then there was 4 more play each other in the
Mhm.
knockout phases.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's a lie. Yeah, there was. Yeah, so there's the quarterfinals now.
Right.
And those 4 are through.
It's quarterfinals.
Sorry, round of 16.
Oh, right, that confuses the shit
And then
out
it'll
of
go
me.
to the
Yeah.
quarterfinals. So
Right.
we've got 2 next week. I'm at Paris, Madrid. And then
Ooh.
I'll go to Madrid, Paris the week after that.
Right, what's all the
And then
fixtures?
there'll be 4 and 4. Arsenal, Leuven.
Mm-hmm. Which will be interesting. You would expect Arsenal to get through that.
Yeah, Bayern look
Uh-huh.
good.
Yeah.
Bayern look really good.
No mugs. Always
I
there
like
or
their
thereabouts.
manager as well.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bayern look very strong. Yeah, Paris FC.
Yes, that one. I'm thinking, right. I need
but
to have a good look because we'll need to cast. We can't even do it because you're always away.
I know.
So we'll say we need to do a game, but there's definitely a few games coming up that I think hopefully if the stars align, we can do a live game together because we've not done one in ages. And it would be nice to actually sit and do a live game.
I agree. Chloe Kelly, that's not a bad idea. I've got a feeling she would have good chat.
Kelly would be good for
Chloe
the
would be good.
Jill Scott.
Bring Lucy on again. Yeah, Lucy Quinn.
Lucy Quinn, get Lucy in the studio one day. We have Birmingham very soon, but it's away. It's in Birmingham.
Sorry, I just burped into the mic.
That's
Sorry if you
alright.
heard that.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, Emma Hayes would be a good shout. Why
Yeah.
don't we just start Messenger? See if we can just get her on Zoom or something. Or if she says yeah and she's in London, we could take a crew and just go and sit in her house.
Yeah.
Look at her
Put us
medals
in.
above her sink.
Yeah.
I'd love that. Emma,
Dream big, reach for the stars.
big fans.
Yeah.
Big fans of your work. I can do the sexy Dexy. I can do that if you want, Emma.
That's pretty poor.
Do that. I can twerk, Emma.
I think you've lost her now. See, I was trying to keep it professional and get her in with that, but now you started doing that. I think she's just going, no, I can't. associate.
no, hold on a minute.
Your breath's a wee bit off.
Oh my God, is it?
I hate
You
to
can
tell
smell
you.
it over there.
Aye, you were all up in my grill here and I could smell it.
That's not kind.
I know, and I think I've got something in my
You're
gum and I can't get
You're
it.
a total cow.
Would you rather me not tell you?
Yeah, I'd rather you didn't tell me on air when I'm preaching to
Do you
Emma
know
Hayes.
green tea is good for decay and stuff like that?
Is
Just
it?
like that, aye. Mm-hmm.
Just going to fucking shoot myself.
Look, let's end the stream now and Shebahn can go and get a Colgate and a job.
I do need to floss today, to be fair. Okay, there's a lot of people in the comments. A lot of love for Emma Hayes. So Emma, if you are watching, we love you. Chloe Kelly as well. Afraid we've had no news. Nothing's happening tonight. It feels like the window is drawn to a close.
It'd be funny if I went downstairs and Jamie's like that. Didn't want to interrupt you, but you're on loan to for Farmington for the rest of the season. I'm like, am I?
Oh, I love that.
No shade to Forfar or anything like that, but just be funny if that's where I get sent.
That would be amazing.
Like, yeah, they've packed your spot up in the changing room. Get to fuck.
Do you know what? I actually wouldn't be surprised if that because it just feels like this is your luck at the moment. It's just one thing after another.
Yeah.
But if you have at any point told any manager that their breath's a bit off, then maybe this is the root of the problem. Instead of just like not saying anything, you say it.
Yeah.
If
but
you
that's
said
part,
it,
I think that is part of like your
autism that's not acknowledged yet. Yeah, no, I agree. And it's not even bad to say. She's obviously got something.
Jade has said neurodivergent. Is that the word? Neurodivergent.
Yeah.
She's like, you do have
tendencies.
A lot of ways. We're speaking about things that I do now. And she's like you've just got signs of a bit of everything.
Oh God.
So but I'm still pretty. At least I'm good looking.
Ruesha, I aspire to be like you one day. Lola, do you? Really? Do you want to say that to people?
Fantastic, Lola. I will say it's not an easy route.
Shebahn.
Shebahn's mean to me. She's doing my niece.
Viv and Beth would be great.
Get them in. How do you get them in?
They're too famous.
They wouldn't be associating was.
Unless I could just ply them a wine and say...
Sorry, how did you message them after you absolutely done them dirty?
Did I do them dirty? I apologised.
Said, did you?
Saw this film. Did you give the people what they want?
And then, did you text them and just say, by the way?
Oh, well then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they will be fine because they're pretty calm.
Blocked your number by now. Surely they've blocked you. That's like you've blown it now. Any chance of getting one of them you've blown it. So,
girls, it was all from the goodness of our hearts.
We need to blackmail them with something.
Ruesha, you're an icon. She's just so honest, says it how it is. Steve, there's a line between honest and a line between being a complete. Oh, you're going to hell in a tight dress. Sorry, Mum, if you're watching and I said that word. Someone put this in the comments. Oh. That's brilliant.
Eden, there been no beef with me. No beef with me.
That's good chat. Listen, Trips, your comments have been absolutely outstanding tonight. Michelle Kang, actually, dream shout. Michelle Kang.
Get Kanger on the pod.
You should be like that. Don't touch me. She'll come in her hazmat suit.
Prada hazmat. Getting like a big spray coming in at the doors. Like the COVID machines you got through.
Yeah.
She'd be getting
She'll
that.
sit down with a big orange coat on.
Don't blame her with your breath. She'd be like...
Right, Troops, it was good to have you. I'm going to go wash my teeth and have a good sleep. But
thanks everyone for joining. We will get a live watch along very soon, and obviously we'll be back, Cass, and we will be back on
Monday or Tuesday next week. Yes. So we'll see you then, guys. Loads of you watching, loads of your comments. Thank you very much. Night night. Enjoy transfer deadline day, and doesn't look like it's happening. Bye.